Right, here we are for the first of a series of tutorials on how to draw the stool for the skills exercise in Year 11. When you come into Fusion, your screen will probably look like this. But I'm just going to show you what our final target is at the end of these tutorials. We want to draw the three parts for the stool top, the stool leg, the stool brace. And then once we've drawn these three parts, we're going to assemble them into an assembly. And then once the assembly is complete, we're going to create a technical drawing or a working drawing from the stool assembly. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawings that we're going to be doing for this project. So for you, when you start, your screen's going to look like this. The first thing we need to do before we start drawing is save our drawing. So File, Save. Now you can see, for me, this is going to go straight into the Year 11 flat pack folder that I've already created. You may want to come over here and create a new folder with the same name, Year 11 flat pack, and then you can put the name of your drawing in here. I suggest you give it your full name. This is going to be the stool top, and then give it 001 if it's your first drawing. For me, this is actually like the 4th or 5th time I've drawn this, so I'm going to call this 5. You can see it's successfully saved up here, and here it is. It's showing up in my toolbar over here, so I can see that eventually it's going to save over here too. Really good to have your files well organised over here. So here we are in the main screen for Fusion, and for the stool top, we're going to be drawing the top view to start with. So we just click on top, and that's going to spin the screen around so we're looking down on top of the drawing. And we're going to start with a rectangle, so you can click on the rectangle, or there's a drop down menu here to get a rectangle as well. It's going to ask you what face you want to draw it on, and you're going to just click right here. This shows that you're going to draw it on the top face. I'll just orbit that around a little bit. So, see that actually we're clicking on that surface there, the top surface. That's the surface we want to draw on. So click on there. Just going to click back to top so I'm in the right place. I'm just using 2 fingers to drag, and if I do want to zoom, I can pinch like this. So I'm going to start my rectangle. I'm already ready to go. I'm going to start in the center and drag. Now you can see the box highlighted in blue. I'm going to type 300 millimeters into there, and then press the tab key to type 200 millimeters into the other box, and then press enter. I can zoom down, and that is going to give me the size of the box, or the top of the stool. Now there's really only 2 other things to do, and that's to put in the screw holes and then to extrude the thickness. So for the screw holes, we want to create a circle here, a center point circle. You can see the shortcut is C, so actually when I do this normally I just type C and it gets ready to draw a circle for me. I'm just drawing the circle in a random location up near the top left corner. The diameter of that circle is going to be 4, so I type in 4 and press enter, and press enter again, and that locks it down. Now I'm going to zoom in here for you. Now we need to lock this circle in the correct position, and we do that by using the dimension tool. So I click D for dimension, I click on the center of the circle, and then this line here, and it gives me the ability to drag out a dimension. I click down, the dimension says nearly 39. We actually want it to be 40, so I type in 40, and you can see that it's shifted. And now we're going to put another dimension in, so D for dimension, center of the circle, this line out here, drop the line down. Now there's a little bit of maths required for this. The distance to the outside of the stool is 10 millimeters, but you want the screw to go in the middle of the piece of wood that touches that. So the wood is 12 millimeters wide, so you take half of 12, 6, and you add it to the 10, so the distance here is 16 millimeters. And that locks that circle in place. Now, you're going to get really good at this because you need to draw that circle in all 4 corners. So let's quickly fly through that. I'm just going to do it silently, and you can do the same. Okay, so zooming out so we can see everything. We've got 4 circles for the drill holes, the screw holes, placed symmetrically in all the corners. And now really the last command for this drawing is to give it some thickness. At the moment you can see it's paper thin, so we need to extrude it. So under the Create menu we've got Extrude. Click on the surface. And we want to extrude it a distance. The thickness of the wood is 12 millimeters, so we just type in 12 and click OK. Now if you get your orbit tool out, you can have a look at that and see how it's all drawn correctly, and you can see that those holes have gone right the way through. If your holes haven't gone all the way through, we might need to have a little bit of a look and see how we can help you. Right, once that's finished, we're going to save it. This is okay to leave it as user saved. It'll just keep updating as you go. You can see up here it's V1, so that's great. Next time I save it, it'll go to V2. And click OK. And you can see the drawings updating up here in my Year 11 flat pack folder. So that's the finish of that drawing. Next we are going to move to the stool leg. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. You can start the next tutorial shortly.